Hi and welcome to part two. Now, in the last story, I told you guys about how we just became a group of drug dealers. We really didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. But we got ourselves into something that we shouldn't have. The money was really attractive. I'm not gonna go into other people's lives as much right now. I'm gonna start with my own. I lived a good life. There's no need for me to be dealing drugs, but I did. Um, there was a website, and this website still exists to this day. I don't feel comfortable saying what the website is or giving a link, but it's just one of those websites that you can get legal herbs or legal botanicals or legal potpourri, whatever you want to call it, which is pretty much herbs that have been sprayed with JWH or other forms of the synthetic THC. I remember placing an order for an ounce, and I went and paid for it through Western Union. This ounce came through the mail from the mailman, delivered right to my house. I remember at the end of the week, I made about 2,500 US dollars. I started to spend that money like crazy. And this is when shit started to pick up. My name started to spread, and I didn't really know because I was constantly intoxicated. I remember one morning my phone is blowing up, and it's one of my friends, close friend, now close friend. He was asking if I could, if he could pay me and I order him an ounce. Because he had previously tried and his ounce got seized and his passport got seized. So I agreed. I took 20% on top and I placed an order. This is when shit started to get really bad. The order came through and he got his package. Within a couple of days, I was getting calls from random numbers, a lot of calls, all threatening me, saying that if I didn't give them some or if I didn't order them some, that I would be reported to the police. It became a scary moment in my life. I remember I changed my phone number. I broke my phone. I was really afraid that my phone could be tracked. And I continued on dealing. There was a certain strain that, or name, brand, I was ordering and dealing, and that name got stuck with me. So only people knew me by that name. Random people I've never met would come up to me and say, "Are you so and so man? I know you have this much this and you deal this." It was scary. But I hustled through. Common places to deal drugs were Dubai Marina, Dubai Investment Park, Media City, and the biggest hotspot being Bin Khomeri Doha store parking lot. Had some crazy events, crazy things happen in that parking lot. Cops busting. Eventually, I'll tell you guys the story of couple of years later, in the same spot, I got busted. And to my knowledge, well, I didn't know about that at the time, but the main police station or jail was right behind that place, which I got sent to. There's a lot of things that aren't said in the news, in the media about Dubai, but I'm here to expose everything. Excuse me that these shorts are. Sorry about that. Excuse me that these stories are so short. I'm kind of shaken, and my thoughts aren't being collaborated properly because this is scary, and I'm terrified that I'm going to get caught for this. I don't have any family in the country anymore. No longer am I there. But still. These drugs space was smoked mostly by teenagers and was everywhere. There was a moment where a buddy of mine, let's call him Jack, threw a party at his house. And this party was just for dealers, pretty much. So it was just the five of us, and we were there smoking, and people would come up and we would give them a bowl because we were so messed up. And this is when it all started to kick in how dangerous our hobbies were. It was around 9:15, 9:30 p.m. when we start hearing a loud banging noise. We look down to the second floor window and we see a lot of cops in front of our friend's house. Me and my other friend, we bag our shit and dip, like run outside the back and just jump the fence. And there's little alleys behind the house, and we jump them and we just leave. While no one was in the house when the cops apparently broke down the door and came in. But we could have easily been caught and screwed. I currently have a friend who's in jail there, and he got caught for space, and he's been tortured many times, and this is on newspapers and everything online. They put a car battery and attached jumper cables to it and put it to his testicles for him to testify. This country is no joke, and I don't know how we got away with it for so long and we're out. On top of all that, I personally smuggled marijuana and cocaine into Dubai from other countries on the regular, personally on my body, and never got caught. There are some secrets, there are some strategies, and I'm going to talk about all of them and teach them to all you guys so you will be safer. And maybe you will learn something and not do stupid things. But we were all young at one point and all naive. Okay guys, this is going to be the end of part 2. Again, I'm so sorry for being short, and I'm sorry about my microphone issues. I will be fixing them over time. If you enjoyed this and want a part 3, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know. Thank you guys. Peace out from Real Dubai Stories.